God, coughing as it gets started. Okay, anyway, so once the thing actually shows up. Okay, cool. So, I did spend some time before I got started streaming. I started a bit later today because I wanted to clear out the side quests that I had to do. So, obviously, the side quests have turned out well in terms of results. God, this... Okay, apparently it decided that my gamepad needed to stop working. Okay, then. Okay, for a second there it was. Okay, so obviously some leveling happened. Something's happened, so obviously this all got done. So thankfully. So everyone's more or less at the upper end of the level for this part of the game. At least EXP on most monsters for some of the other areas has definitely lowered out. Let's actually change the position. There, put a spell back a bit. Character position. We're putting Joshua in the front. Just for the fun of it. But so basically I got other stuff. I got more things prepared in terms of ornaments. I got Joshua caught up, so everyone has the same amount of slots, thankfully. So aside from that, preparation is done. I had to restock on all my healing items because of going after those boss monsters with the side quests. Also, hi Felix, nice to see you this afternoon. So, plan is very simple today. We just continue main story because I've done all the side quests I can aside from like that bear claw hunting one, but we'll solve that as we go through the main thing. So now, we need to find those journalists. I don't know where they could have gone. Let's see here. The reporter and Niall have gotten a scoop. Let's find out. So now we need to look around for Niall. Well, not all of them. All the ones that I can do for this part, for where we are currently in terms of story progression. So there will be a few more that open up after this part. But basically, I cleared out all of these ones that we can do on the board so far, aside from this one. But this is like a tie. This one is going to be like you cleared it as you progress the story anyway, so it's whatever. But, so I got all of these out of the way, so that's all done and cleared, and I don't gotta worry about, missing anything right now, so I can just focus on the story today. So we need to find Niall. And who knows where in the hell he went here. Well, it takes a bit of extra time, but it's not too bad, honestly, with the side quests and everything. It's just this one was just a monster hunting, nothing too complex. Nope, nothing around here. Alright. Man, I love the model details. God, the environment details are so fun to look at. Like, they don't need to add all of this for the camera. Patience also very hooked on it. Yeah, I mean, I'm doing that stuff because I do it for the money and everything else. Okay, so they're not here at the port. Makes sense, honestly. Why would they be? I did take some advice though from someone who does watch the VODs and leaves comments, so I do have to thank them. I'm forgetting names. I'm stupid. I apologize. But I did actually manage to finally take down a shining bomb that I tried to that one episode. Because turns out in this game, you basically just have to whack him with your S-craft. Oh, hi, Olivier. Sacrifice much for live and negative I've ever imagined. It was definitely worth seeing. Okay, so Olivier's just tanning out here. Run out of patience. No, not in the live itself, but there's someone who hasn't been able to catch the VODs, but does actually watch them afterwards, so it's actually kind of funny. But he leaves pretty in-depth comments about some stuff that I might have missed, or just general happenings, so let's see here. If Niall isn't in the north block, we might have to look around the south block for him. Excuse me for infiltrating your home, I was looking for something. I'm not going to be at the weapon shop. And it might just be at the hotel. Why don't I just go to the hotel? I mean, that's probably the better option. We are looking for the reporter from before, so if they're not here... Okay, let's just go to the hotel. They might be able to tell us. Good guess, we do so with utmost sincerity, and our motto is service always comes with a smile. Never mind. Ooh, fancy rooms, actually, though. Nope. We're just checking around. Ooh, big fancy room. Okay, so they're not in a hotel. So you gotta be around town somewhere. We basically already combed the... Okay, well, hold up. There's another part that we can go further south. And that just leads us to a new Ansel path. Might be worth checking out, at least going around here. This leads... I mean, okay, obviously, to Valeria Lakeshore. Okay. Could the reporter Niall have gotten a scoop? Let's find out. Okay, I don't remember if they mentioned where he was going. They just said that hey, we need to try and find Niall now. It's like, okay, then. Now that the church might be in the cafe? Nope. Ugh. Oh, wait, no, hold on. If there's anywhere he's gonna be, it's gonna be the frickin' bar. Or not. Let's see here. Check on more details. Comes together and work. Those merchants at the, wait, hold on. Oh! There he is! I was right! I was right! God damn it. This ain't a joke, you know? Oh god, he's plastered. Well, we found him, but he's drunk off his ass. Was having his article rejected really that much of a shock to his system? He's just acting like the man he is. Men are pigs, after all. Scheherazade, you're an even worse drunk. Shut up. But he seems to have forgotten that alcohol is a drink to be consumed, not a drink to be consumed by. You're one to talk. Don't they sometimes call you bottomless, Shara? Oh, please. Bottomless is much more suitable for a woman like Ida. I, on the other hand, can hold my liquor. No matter how much I might drink, my face and my disposition remain unreddened. Don't you dare group a fun-loving drinker like myself in the same category as this clumsy lush. Oh, come now. When you get drunk, you lose it completely and everyone around you gets a heck of a show. Admit it. It's certainly true that Ina is like a bucket to Shara's sieve. But no matter how you look at it, they're both pretty bottomless. I'm sensing disrespect, children. Yo, you alert now? Where am I? Good, you're awake, sort of. Drinking so much is not good for your health, you know. My head. And this, folks, is why you gotta drink water if you're drinking alcohol. Stay hydrated. Because alcohol does actually dehydrate the shit out of you. This is why hangovers suck, by the way. I say that as someone who doesn't drink, but who just knows the general advice. What the? You're that bracer trainee, aren't you? Oh my goddess, what the hell am I doing in Roland? Thought I'd made my way to Bose. What are you mumbling about, you sponge? You are in Bose, and so are we. Oh, well, damn, don't scare me like that. Oh, and I see you've got a lovely lass with you. Name's Scheherazade Harvey. The pleasure's all yours, I'm sure. I'm the mentor of these two. Scheherazade. You're the infamous Silver Streak by any chance? Oh, you humble me, sir. I take it you've heard of me, then. Only rumors, I'm afraid, but yeah, I know your name. You're one of the top young bracers, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, no, that would be because you're getting dehydrated. Like, again, I don't drink myself because I'm pretty solid straight-edge teetotaler, but I do know the general advice when you're drinking alcohol is you do want to consume about as much water just because it keeps you hydrated and also makes sure that, basically it helps your system absorb the alcohol better. It's also why a good thing to deal with hangovers is fatty foods. Like burgers, pizza, anything with a lot of oils and fats is really good to get to do with a hangover because it lets the oil and fat absorb the alcohol from your system instead. Oh, so you do have some brains left in there after all that booze. I'm impressed. Oh yeah, just general trick that I've learned over time. Again, I don't do it myself. I did learn that that's actually a pretty handy thing you can do when you're drinking. It's just eat some oily and fatty foods and it helps you out big time. Anything out? We saw you by the mayor's house. You seemed pretty troubled. Damn, they saw that. Yeah, I was looking for clues and couldn't find any. That's what I figured. Damned Army's regulations on the spread of information really restrict what I'm able to learn anyway. And if I try to consult General Morgan at the Hacking Gate directly, I'll be held up for inspection for who knows how long. So I figured I'd at least try to score an interview with the legendary voluptuous mayor, but a maid turned me away outright. To top it all off, that useless girl kept screwing everything up. Everything! Oh, great Idios, tell me, what did I do to deserve this shabby life? Maybe be a bit of a louse. You know? I don't know, maybe not be a louse Neil? I don't know. Well, you did try to do an exclusive on the mayor's chest. But if you want to find information that badly, we might share some of ours with you. Huh? We're actually investigating the incident on Mayor Mabel's behalf right now. So, naturally, we've met with the mayor and General Morgan, too, for that matter. Holy crap, you serious? Yep, totally. Score! And that goddess gets a point. Blessed be the bounty of Idios. Please, I beg of you, tell me everything, every last detail. We'll be glad to. However, aren't you forgetting something, Niall? Huh? Information ain't free, you know. We'll scratch your back, but you need to scratch ours first. And get that look off your face. I totally do not mean that literally. You want a mirror or something? Brewster's funds are long exhausted at this point, I'm sorry to say. We're not interested in your money. We just find it fascinating that you made your way to Bose right after this incident occurred. Seems like you might have heard some interesting things yourself, that being the case. Ugh, in here I thought you were a nice kid. Turns out you're just a slimy little leech like me. I'll tell you what I know, but rest assured it's not big news by any stretch of the imagination. As long as it's related to the incident, no matter how trivial it may seem, I'll take it. Just don't be stingy. Give it to us straight, okay? Fine, I'll tell you everything on my honor as a newsman. I've got 2 clues to share, so if you're taking notes, I suggest you get out your pen and paper. You're ready whenever you are. Man, way to go, Joshua. You're on a roll. Well, if he ever gets tired of being a bracer, we know he'll have a bright future in racketeering with those skills. Alright, let's see. The first clue is in the form of an eyewitness report from the village of Avenue to the west. I talked to a villager who just come to Bose for a visit, and she told me something very interesting. Apparently, she knows a kid who saw a huge shadow flying overhead on the night of the incident. Huge shadow flying overhead? Yep, airship, I told him. Maybe even that missing one. But the army checked it out and found absolutely nothing. Ah, you meanie, you raise our hopes only to dash them straight away. So you're saying somebody saw something, but it was probably unrelated to anything. That's what I'm saying. I warned you it wasn't big news. And I went to a lot of trouble to get this sad morsel, too. What with the information embargo in place and all. All done. Now let's hear that second clue of yours. Fine. The other thing I learned is that the military's intelligence division is on the move. Intelligence division? Heard rumors about them. It's a new royally sanctioned branch of the army in charge of intelligence gathering and dissemination. That's the one, yeah. Supposedly they're so elite they can even stand toe-to-toe with the royal bodyguards. The man they put in charge, Colonel Richard, is apparently quite the whiz kid. With him on the case, they say the incident is as good as solved already. Oh, don't worry, it's not too much. I mean, it's lots of story, but again, the VODs exist for a reason. There's a reason I don't private VODs. Doesn't seem like your information will be of much use to us in our investigation. Well, yeah, can't say I didn't warn you. Sorry I couldn't help much on your end. But a promise is a promise. I scratched, now it's your turn. Of course, a deal is a deal after all. We'll know about the incident Roland, as well as the information received from General Morgan. Kappas? Sky Bandits? Ransom demands a royal house and the airship corporations. Good goddess, that's exactly what I needed. That's the missing link I've been killing myself to find. Got your fancy, did it? Absolutely. I can definitely write my article now. Can't be wasting my time getting drunk here. I have to find Dorothy post-haste. See you later, you wonderful people, you. Wouldn't it be the first time that an intelligence agency for one kingdom or another turns out to be shockingly competent? Wow, his spirits certainly lifted fast. Well, he was chasing a big story pretty unsuccessfully until we came along. It's only natural. I'm glad we could help him out. Well, look at you from Mr. I'll break your kneecaps if you don't talk to Mr. Nice Guy in under a minute. Talk about a split personality. Stop thinking weird things about me. I was just negotiating. A little give and take, nothing more. A bad boy exterior with a good boy inside. Or is it the other way around? Either way, I'm sure the girls love it. But anyway, I guess we've only really dealt with the scrupulous people thus far. We're pretty lucky in that. Start dealing with weirdos, and that's when you'll really need to bust out some really questionable negotiation tactics. Why are you looking at me when you said that? Anyway, that aside, was anyone else a little bothered when Niall talked about that huge flying shadow thing that eyewitness report from Avenue? I'd say there was a strong chance there was nothing to it if the army already checked it out. Yeah, but I mean, it's not like the army is totally infallible. They could have missed something. It wasn't General Morgan himself, after all, but one of his men. And some of those guys are pretty thick-headed. That is true. Probably worth looking into. Certainly can't hurt on any rate. You two are starting to get the hang of this, I see. I think this is a splendid idea. Let's head to Avenue then, shall we? Got it. Alright, guess we're headed back there. Which, I mean, we already went there last time for a quest, so... Can't complain too much anyway. We already know where we're going, though. Thankfully, we don't gotta go too far. A couple ways across the Bose Highway. Can, in fact, just speed this up. Fuck! This is the drawback to using the acceleration mode, is sometimes you just, like, hit shit. Craft. The car! Oh, I'm so glad I finally have an AT delay skill. Jesus.
Oh, are we done already?
Yeah, I definitely know I'm hitting the upper level curve of this zone because the EXP has dropped off dramatically the last couple of levels. Which is a thing that I do remember from Cold Steel, but is actually very useful. It means you don't have to grind too much. We're not quite one-shotting yet, but I mean, the skills do definitely hit harder. Huh? Oh, hey, now there's stuff going on here. Hey, I know you! Red-haired guy. Oh. Hey, you're another future party member. Let's go! Charizard, is that you? Oh, this is an unlikely place to run into the Silver Streak. Right back at you. I thought you were in the Royal City. Are you here to look into the airliner incident? No, I'm here on some chump errands. But speaking of the incident, I hear it was the work of Sky Bandits. Still, if you're here on the job, then I guess I don't have to worry about it myself. Good luck to you. Is that all you've got to say? I'm sure you've heard that Cassius might have been taken hostage, right? Cassius Bright, taken hostage. Don't make me laugh. Yeah, a party member of the future. I don't know when he joins, but I do know he's one of the party members for this game. Oh, man's not going to get beaten by the likes of some Sky Bandits. Anybody saying that is severely mistaken. I'd like to believe that too, but... I wonder if this guy is. I don't know, but he seems to fit the mold for a bracer. By the way, how those brats you've got tagging along with you? Look like a bunch of newbies to me. Well, then I'm sure you'll be surprised to hear that these brats are Cassius's kids. Yeah, that's a surprise, alright. Those are little man's kids, huh? Hard to believe it. But why are you looking at us like that? This boy with the black hair is one thing, but the girl really looks like an amateur. Are you sure she's really Cassius's daughter? Want to try saying that again with my staff in your teeth? She's the bona fide daughter of Cassius Bright, and I have to warn you, her bite is as good as her bark. And I'm just his adopted son. Is that a fact? Oh well, it doesn't really matter. What do you mean it doesn't matter? Well, take it easy, Charizard. And be careful not to let these brats drag you down. Yeah. Make sure not to rush into any trouble yourself, either. I'll keep those words in mind. Right, Charizard. Was it you who took care of that monster near the mine? Yeah. Well, actually, it wasn't just me. It was us. I don't think any number of trainees would have made much difference. But anyway, good luck on your search for those Sky Bandits. Later. Oh, hey, okay, cool. He did actually bring up one of the side quests that I finished. Huh, fun. What's with that guy? He really pisses me off. I see. So that was Heavy Blade Agate, huh? Heavy Blade Agate? What a stupid name. Agate Krosner, Senior Bracer in the Bracer Guild. He works in all regions and isn't affiliated with any specific branch. His massive blade is said to be capable of slicing a monster in two with a single slash. I'll just tell you right now, he's one tough customer. Whatever, I don't care how tough he is, he's still a rude jerk. Come to think of it, how does he know Dad anyway? Seems to think highly of Dad's ability, but even so, he didn't seem to like him all that much. There's a number of things in his past I can't go into. Those things are the reason why he feels that way about your father. Well, I couldn't care less about someone rude like that. Anyway, let's hurry to Avenue Village. I didn't need to think that if I hadn't done that side quest, it probably wouldn't have gotten brought up. Huh. Actually, maybe it would have gotten brought up that he dealt with it instead. Who knows? Because I do think that quest was on a bit of a short timer, so if we progressed to this part, it probably would have expired. Which, I mean, I'm glad I did that one last episode. Jesus, would have had to do it anyway, though. Alright. Let's see what we can find out about the sighting. So, what do you suggest? Should we just go talk to all the villagers? People would be suspicious of us if we did that all of a sudden. I think we should talk to the village elder first and see what he has to say about it. Okay. And hey, we already did a job for him, so he should be pretty keen to help us out. Remember, Sarah's the elder's house is up here. See what he has to say. I see you're all together. What brings you all up here today? Are you here for a visit? Not exactly. We're actually here on business. Although, if it's possible, I'd really like a glass of your fruit wine. Oh, my mom sent me a video of her new cat. I'll have to watch that later. Things in the world never go like you expect, do they? By the way, I haven't got a chance to ask you until now, but you don't have to be one of Agat's companions, do you? Well, we're all members of the same guild, but we're not companions exactly. We know him by face, and that's probably about it. I see. So he's traveling by himself as usual, huh? The villager closed his eyes for a moment as a look of sadness passed over his aged features. What's wrong, sir? It's nothing, really. Please pardon my expression. Anyway, what brings you to this rural village of ours? Don't tell me that another dangerous monster showed up in the area. No, actually, we're in the middle of an investigation concerning the missing airliner. We came here because we heard there was a report of some kind of sighting. I see. The Royal Army came here and investigated that the other day. However, they searched around the area and ended up leaving empty-handed. Really, is that so? Well, what about the person who saw the flying silhouette in the sky? It was one of the children of the village here, a boy named Louis. He apparently saw some suspicious shadow making its way across the sky on the night of the incident. But he's a kid any way you think about it, so he may have just imagined the whole thing while he was half asleep. Imagined it, huh? I guess the best thing we can do then is ask him directly. You're probably right about that. Thank you for your time, sir. Don't mention it. If there's anything else I can help you with, don't hesitate to ask. So I guess that guy knows Agat, at least. Alright, let's find this kid. You're it. Huh? I haven't seen you guys around here before. Are you merchants here to buy fruit? Actually, no. We're here for a different reason. As a matter of fact, we're bracers. Bracers? You mean like Agat? I don't know. You don't look all that strong to me. Especially because you're a girl. Why don't you tell me about how you really feel? But after seeing my great skill with the staff, do you think you can still call me weak? Oh, that's amazing! It's like a tornado! So... I hope you've learned your lesson that looks can be deceiving. Now, how about another amazing demonstration with my staff? Estelle, be careful. Wasn't it just yesterday that you hit yourself in the face doing that? Anyway, are you Louis by chance? Yeah. But how do you know my name? We heard from the village elder. He said you saw some kind of flying shadow. Do you think you could tell us a little more about what you saw that night? Sure, if you want. But the soldiers from the army already searched the place and didn't find anything. That's fine. We're not worried about that. Do you think you could just tell us what you saw? In as much detail as you can remember. Okay, I'll try. You see, I like watching the stars at night. So I often sneak out of my house at night to come here and look at the stars. And the other night, when I was out here looking at the stars, I saw two shadows moving across the sky. Now, hold on a minute here. You say you saw two shadows? Yeah, that's right. And they were different sizes, too. Kind of like a mom leading a kid. Two shadows, two sizes. That's consistent with an airliner and the sky-banded airship, if you think about it. Yeah, the aircraft we ran across in the woods was definitely smaller than a typical airliner. And the two shadows just kept on flying north, until I couldn't see them anymore. So north is... there's a trail that continues behind the village. It leads to an old septium mine which was abandoned some time ago. The soldiers from the army supposedly searched the trail, but didn't come up with anything. That's why they said I must have been That's why they said I must have just been dreaming. Oh yeah, no, there's a lot of really fun little details. Like for like a 2004 RPG, they actually did work in a lot of fun stuff on the things on the characters' parts. They laughed at me like I didn't know what I was talking about. The boy's eyes started to develop with tears. Enough of that. You're a boy, right? And boys don't cry. We're not like those stupid soldiers. We don't think you're telling a lie either, and we're going to prove it. Really? Darn straight. You just leave it to us. So no more crying, okay? Okay. You're a real nice person. As usual, she's got a knack with the kids. Yeah, maybe it's a virtue. Huh? Why are you looking at me like that? It's nothing. Let's focus on the task at hand. It looks like we've got stuff to do. Right. Let's hurry and get onto the trail behind the village and see what we can find. Alright, back up that way. So we probably want to head up to the mine if I had to guess the area. Because we already went pretty much all around the trail. Make sure we save. So we already went across. So basically, we probably just need to skin the whole trail and then check the mine out. So there might be something if we head up north. Let's check that way. Oh wait, I think I know what we need to do. God damn it! Wow, they do much less damage now. God damn. Art. Buzz off. Okay, we'll hold on to the S brick for later. Wait, hold up, not arts. Let's attack it. God. Ah, man, Joshua has become main DPS. Well, we probably will. Okay, so, yeah, we're definitely not going to find anything on the main trail, so we definitely want to head to the mine. It does head further north, so, yeah. Yep, I was correct, mundo. Please don't be an ambush. Nice, we got the preemptive attack. Fuck yeah! Of course. Get stunned, bitch! Nice. Rail leaf? I don't even know what the hell those are. Yeah, I mean, at the least we get Sepith out of it, so it's not too big of a deal. Fucker! See, if I could get them in a line, Flicker would hit more than one at the same time, but they don't. Oh my god, it's so good to have an AT delay. Fine. Again, having an AT delay is so good in these games. Okay, so this is the same thing that applies in later games too. Like this is especially true in Cold Steel too. And Cold Steel, well, the early Cold Steel games at least, especially one I do remember, where basically if you have skills that let you apply attack delay to move enemies further down the order list, basically you can just break the game over your knee because if you hit them often enough, they'll just never get a turn. So it's very funny. Nice. Like, one of the characters that I prefer, like, the main character for Cold Steel, Reen, is, like, the main person you use to deny, like, enemy turns because he has an AT attack skill. So it's definitely a thing. Like, in some of these games, if you know what you're doing right, you can basically just never let the enemy have a turn and just wail on them with impunity with the right setup. Meanwhile, then we have Cold Steel 2, where you have one of the characters, Laura, where if you set her up right, she has one craft that she does where it just absolutely wrecks everything. Okay. The gate's secured with a heavy chain and padlock. This looks like the entrance to an abandoned mine. Kind of reminds me of the Malga mine, except for the fact that it's all deserted. Seems like this place was abandoned quite some time ago. Padlock and chain are rusted, but it doesn't look like the gate has been opened recently. Which means that there's no possibility that the Sky Bandits entered through here. I wonder if that's why the army never investigated the place. Probably not going to find any clues searching around in an old mine, that's for sure. What's wrong, Estelle? Maybe it's just me, but do you feel any air flowing out of here? When you say out of here, do you mean the mine? Yeah, that's right. Let's see. Joshua wet the tip of his index finger with his tongue and held it out. Right, Estelle. It's rather subtle, but there is air flowing out of here. Just like I thought, huh? Sometimes your senses can be surprisingly sharp, you know that? I wonder if you get that from your father. My dad doesn't have anything to do with it. But forget about that. Are you more interested in what's inside this old mine? There's certainly a possibility that it connects to something. It's probably worth checking out. Well, in that case, let's bust this lock off. Hey, don't you even think about doing that. For now, we'd better head back to the village and talk with the elder. He might have the key. You're no fun, Shara. Estelle, we gotta do things properly. As far as it goes for the game currently, I don't really have the room to do a lot of building. Like, I'll have to look up some of it, because I'm sure some people have already, like, optimized, like, how to set up each character. Because, basically, the thing is in these games, especially, like, things don't get too customizable until a few later games. So, basically, right now, every character kind of has their set niche in terms of what they're good at. Like, depending on their skills and stuff, like, Estelle is a supporter because she has things that let her taunt or draw enemies in. And everything, like, the reason why she doesn't have a lot of combat crafts for that reason. Joshua is kind of having to be the main DPS, Shara is, like, a spellcaster and everything. So it just depends on how I go around to set it up, but I'm sure there's, like, some more particular builds I can get around to making later. Damn.
Let's move out.
So right now it's kind of just a matter of doing what I got to. Yeah, we're like midway through chapter 1 about. Like, obviously, because this is an RPG, things are pretty long. Again, I spent like 4 hours on the prologue. But we are like only still pretty early in the game as far as progress goes. Where'd the elder go? In his house. Where'd he go? Maybe he's at the end? No. And not around here. Okay, maybe we can just ask... You know what? When in doubt, ask the NPC in the house. That time of the day, I'm sure he's up at the graveside on the hill. Ew, okay. Oh, I see where it is. It's to the right. This is where you are, Elder Raisin. Oh, it's you on bracers, is it? Well, this is a rather extravagant grave for a small village like this, isn't it? It was erected to mourn all those souls we lost 10 years ago. The Bose region is nearest to the Empire. It was in the thick of the fray. And this village lost a number of good people in the hostilities. Terrible. There's no need for you to get somber, too, though. These days, cleaning this monument is just one of my daily routines. But I guess you wouldn't have come here if you didn't think there was something I could help you with, right? Oh, right. There was something we wanted to talk to you about. But before that, would you mind if we paid our respects as well? I know we don't have any flowers to give, but we'd at least like to offer up a prayer. Oh, I see. Oh, of course, I don't mind. I'm sure all those looking down from above would be overjoyed by the gesture. Yeah, no, like, it's not a ton of side quests. It's just a lot of story. Like, it's just a lot of story. You say there might be some clues in that old mine, huh? I know for certain that the soldiers didn't check inside. After I heard Louis' story, it really got me thinking. We'd like to check the place out just in case, so would you mind lending us the key to the entrance? The key for that padlock, huh? Give me a minute here. I'm sure I put it in this drawer. Oh, right, here it is. Okay, this should get you inside. Oh, this key looks ancient. Many thanks, Elder Raisin. This will really help a lot. Don't mention it. We're always indebted to the Bracer Guild for their help. It's only natural that we would try and return the favor. Thank you. If everyone we dealt with was as cooperative as you, it would make our lives a lot easier. We'll be sure to let you know if we find anything. I would appreciate that. Alright, now back to the main. Trust me, and the funny part is, with how long it is, like, again, this is already still a 40-hour RPG. You gotta keep in mind, this is, like, just the first part of a series that is now at, like, game 13, I do believe. Which is why I said if I'm doing trails this year, it's literally just going to be this for most of the year. Which I'm just gonna have to slowly pick up more and more of the games every month or so. Because I already have, like, basically, so what I need to do is I need to get the other two game. I need to get the second Sky game. And then I need to get the third Sky to third, which is more of a bridge. I think that one's also quite a bit shorter. Oh yeah, no, Trails is long. This series has been going on for over 20 years at this point. Like, it is long. It is basically, what's the comparison I remember seeing someone saying? It said something about it of the RPG. It's basically like the shonen battle anime of RPGs where it just goes on for ages and continuously escalates. Game secured by heavy chain and padlock. Here's a key we borrowed. Doop. Oh, that was one heavy gate. Not to mention, not only are there the core games, they're also remaking the Sky games. Like, they came out with the first remake of this game last November, and then the second remake is coming out in a few months. So not only do I have to play through those, I also have to eventually play the remakes, which I might play privately, to be totally honest with you. I might play those privately, depending on what I feel like. I don't know about Sky Bandits, but I can definitely sense monsters in here. Everyone stay alert. Monster time! Hey, we don't have a map, so this is gonna be a little freaking to navigate. Ooh, you're super weak to spells. Probably means your physical attacks won't do too much to you. Yep. God damn. Oh yeah, I'm overleveled. You can tell if one enemy gives single-digit EXP. God damn. We should be fine. If we want to investigate what we can, though, because we might find chests, which are always handy to find. Oh, we can't go over there. The bridge is out. Yeah. I mean, sometimes I do like playing live. Plus, I mean, once we get to a few games in, at least. I don't think no, because the Azure game... Okay, yeah, because on PC, the Azure games are the Evo version, so they might have voice acting. I don't think they do. So, maybe they do. I don't know. We'll find out whenever we get to Azure. So, we'll see when we get there. Art. Ayabolto! Wow, yeah, no. Okay, you know what? Let's just... How much damage will I get out of physical, actually? Not much. These guys are very much... We hit them with magic. They have stupid high physical defense. Oh god, there's more! Okay. Oh, trust me, the remake is like fully voice acted because I have seen clips of the remake, so that has full voice acting. Which, I mean, shit, dude. With how long the scripts of these games get, voice acting on these games got to be worth a pretty penny. There, buzz off. There we go. Because, like, the funny thing is, like, it's not even the first time they remaster some of these games, because, like, they did come out with, what they call the, like, evolution versions of, this game, of the Sky games, and then the, the Azure and Zero duology, which, like, they have, let's see, they have new improved character sprites, new CGs, generally some improved asset stuff, because they were made for PS Vita. But I don't know about everything else they have. And unfortunately, the PC versions of the Sky games are not the Evo versions, which kind of sucks. Man, it's bright in here. Isn't that the brightest cell? Looks like we've hit the jackpot. Oh! It's the bandits! We found the airship! Well, well, well. Not exactly a patch, and I don't think you can apply it to the PC version. Forget about the heavy things and focus on the food provisions and valuables. And hurry it up, will ya? It's only a matter of time before someone finds this place. About that! Roger that, Kyle. What are you doing in a place like this? I guess that kid wasn't seeing things after all. This looks like an area that used to be used for ship mining. Strip mining. It certainly turned out to be a great place to hide something of this size. Yeah, who would have thought to look here? Look at that. Aren't they loading the airliner cargo into their own ship? Let's worry about that later. We've got to figure out a way to bag these guys before they get away again. So this is our third trip, huh? Look at them off to the side like that! Okay, so someone gave me some trivia too, which something that happened last episode was one of the character models glitched out. Because these games were originally made to be played in 4:3 aspect ratio, right? So the screen used to be much smaller. So if I had to assume, in a 4:3 ratio with a much smaller screen, it would probably cut off. I can't show you with the mouse. So I assume my party would be off screen. Yeah, no, I assume the party would have been off screen because of a 4:3 aspect ratio, which the game was originally made to be in. And Don can be a real slave driver sometimes. Oh well, once this is all taken care of, we'll be back to sit and negotiate a nice fat ransom. Hold it right there! Yeah, you can tell the screen cutoff was probably like right about the edge of that speech bubble. Oh, the funny things that happen when you have to up the aspect ratio of a game that was not made to be played in it. Who wouldn't thought? The scorching flames of justice shall never fade away as long as evil thrives in this world. The League of Extraordinary Bracers has arrived! God damn it, Estelle. No one was impressed by that. Huh? The League of... what? You bonehead, why do you always get carried away like that? What's with you two? Now I look like a big fool saying that stuff all alone. You're the ones who Josette had to run in with back in Roland. This can't be right. You're not supposed to be out here this early. It can't be right. We're not supposed to be here this early. What the heck are you talking about? In accordance with the laws of the Bracer Guild, you are hereby under arrest and charged with the hijacking of an airliner and its passengers. Oh, for your sakes, you'll come along quietly. Now hold on just a minute. Are you trying to tell me that only the three of you came here to arrest us? You see anyone else, bandit boy? So you're not involved with the others then, huh? That simplifies things. Let's get him, boys! Boss fight! Let's commence! Alright. Ooh, okay, I know exactly what to... Okay, let's take a look at everyone and see what their elemental weaknesses are within art target. Okay, so the bandits take pretty normal damage from arts. Kevin has some weaknesses, though. Okay, we need to interrupt him, so I need Shara to hit that. Okay, wait, actually, hold on a second. Hey, Estelle, you wanna whack this guy real quick? Thank you. Also, that 7th up turn was necessary. Bind whip. Shit. Okay, well, Oh, this is gonna be way easier. Get hit, bitch. Get AT delayed. Why do they inflict poison? These guys really do not have a reason to inflict poison like they do, but they do anyway. Ooh, I can hit all three. Oh, nope, I can hit all four. Yay for AoE effects. Can, like, Estelle... Okay. Okay, we're gonna hit them all with Hurricane at the same time, though. Hold on. On a 7th up turn, too. Ah! Oh, that barely does anything. Ooh, almost hit 2 in 1. Alright, take that guy down. Craft, hit him with Bind Whip. That way he gets interrupted. Okay, still. Need to finish off this guy. Nice. Okay, let's heal up Joshua.
We're good to go.
Ah, so smoke grenade can in fact inflict blind. Item. Again. We're hearing. I love it. This thing's range. All right, hit him again. Bam! Oh, this one's much better than the last time we fought these bandits. Holy shit! Oh hell yeah! It's on this episode too. Should be enough to get another thing in. Okay, hold up. I don't know why the model did this thing. I don't know why it does this every now and again. It's weird. Wow, you guys are tougher than I thought. It's no wonder Josette got beat by you three. Sweet talk won't get you anywhere, buddy. It's time to surrender and let the passengers go. You really don't know anything, do you? What was that you called yourselves? League of the Exceptionally Dim or something? Making fun of my awesome team name? You're dead. Look out! God damn it, it's a smoke bomb! What is this? Gotta be kidding me, another smoke screen? It's too bad about the rest of the cargo, but we'll just have to live without it. Later, bracers! Oh, these sons of bitches! God damn it, you cowards! Ow, 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 some of it got in my eyes! Don't worry, it's not poisonous. It looks like it was just a typical smoke canister. Ship is already out of sight. This is getting really old. It's not once but twice now they've gotten away. If I get demoted for this at the guild, there's not much I can say in my defense. Oh, Shara. Quit acting like it was all your fault. You're responsible for letting them get away, too. If we've got time to kick ourselves over this, then there's gotta be some other constructive things we can do. Well, well, you sound like you should be the senior bracer. Well, at least we were able to take back the airliner, so how about we have a look? The passengers may be inside. Right. We're not gonna find Cassius, though, are we? Somebody tells me we're not gonna find Cassius. Well, they cleared the hell out of the cargo hold, that's for sure. Wow, it's pretty barren here. There's not a piece of cargo left. Evidently, the Sky Bandits managed to make off with it all. At least judging by the looks of things. At any rate, we should do a thorough investigation of the place. Maybe we'll find some chests. I don't know. Yeah, Man, yeah, no, they cleaned this place out good. Wonder what this is. It's the orbital engine control panel. It looks like the flow of orbital energy is completely stopped. Now they shut it all off, huh? Well, there's still some food and stuff left. Provisions and whatnot, I guess. Here's the main control area. Looks like this is the captain's seat. These were any other circumstances, I would love to sit here. Don't even think about it. Yep. Now there's that. Alright, here's the passenger quarters. And we have the sky deck. And that's just the main okay, that's just the first passenger hall. We need to check on the upper deck. Maybe they're up here. No, not a single person. What the hell? Not a single person in here. Unless... Yeah, not even this luxury hall. It's bright in here. There's a lot of light shining into this place. Yeah, no, if there's no passengers on board, then where the hell did they take them to? Either you're holding them up in the passenger hold or somewhere in the cargo, but that's clearly not the case here. Forklift! Here's a lift car. Looks like the same type as those at the landing port. Sky Bandits probably use this to move the cargo. Okay, let's check back in the, yeah, let's check... Hold up. We did not check everything we could here. Here's the steering wheel we used to pilot with the ship. I wonder where the pilot could have gone. Now, that's a good question. Oh, nope, can't go up that ladder. Gotta be something then. Oh, hey. Four-potted plant doesn't look like it's gonna make it. Bunch of plant murderers. Probably hasn't been watered for days. Nothing we can find here. And you'd think that, like... Okay. Yeah, well, we checked everything. Checked it over, but it looks like there's nobody inside. There's a high possibility the passengers were transferred to the Sky Bandit ship. None of wherever their hideout is. Agreed. This sucks. Right when we thought we'd had some clues, we're back to zero. Come on, cheer up already. It's not like every clue is completely vanished. Why do you think the Sky Bandits hit the airliner in a place like this? Huh? As far as I can tell, the orbital energy in the ship has completely stopped, which means that the orbital engine was stripped from the aircraft. I know this because the orbital energy in an orbit gradually recharges over time. Furthermore, the Sky Bandits made multiple trips to carry off a large amount of cargo. During the time and risk involved, don't you think it would have been more effective just to take the entire airliner to their hideout? Got a point there. Okay, also, that's really interesting that orbital energy recharges on its own over time. So that's like... Shit, no wonder the tech advances so fast. It basically discovered cold fusion energy. A completely sustainable, near-infinite energy source that recharges entirely on its own, but on its own over time and can be used to power almost anything. Yeah, no goddamn wonder the tech tree in this goddamn series is so absurd. Well, it's a small one, so it's probably something they were able to scrounge. Yeah, that doesn't seem a little odd that they didn't. So why'd they hide the airliner here then? All I can think of is that they that they did in order to... Dish to Lind because their hideout is... Keep clear of the Royal Army search party. It's true the airliner is rather large and easily seen. In that sense, it would seem highly likely that they would leave it in a different place than their hideout. However, that alone couldn't be considered a decisive reason. My guess, I would imagine that the hideout is in a slightly peculiar place. Maybe 10 to 15 Aragon size. In short, a peculiar place on which only a small aircraft like the Sky Bandit ship could land. Interesting. How about the terrain covered with extreme differences in height, like mountains and ravines? It seems like a likely place for the Sky Bandits' hideout. Yes, that's what I've been thinking too. However, if that's the case, then we may be unable to do anything else. There's a possibility that their hideout may be in a place we can't reach by foot. Then what can we do? Well, I have to hate to say it, but we may have to share our conclusions with the Army and ask for their cooperation. Because they're the ones with the patrol ships. What? How are you trying to tell us we should go crawling back to the Army and ask them for help? Either way, we still have to report to them about the airliner. Personally speaking, I still think we should cooperate with the Army, whatever their attitude may be. Especially if that means bringing the hostages back safe and sound. I guess you're right. This isn't time or place to be letting my personal feelings get the best of me. For the time being, let's get back to the guild and report our findings to Legrand. We should be able to contact the Hacking Gate if we use the orbital telephone. Oh god, we gotta go back the long way. Or do we? Yeah, no. Basically, like, the entire thing is, like, as we go through the games, you gotta keep in mind, like, the timeline of these games is shockingly... Oh, god damn it, the Army's already here. Huh? What the heck? Great, now this was something I didn't expect. I wonder if we should be glad since they saved us the trouble of having to contact them. Hopefully they don't try to blame us. We have found a suspicious armed group. Put your hands in the air, all of you. What is this world coming to? A woman and two kids are the Sky Bandits? Those look... Oh my god, these idiots. Hey, now that's just rude. And who are you calling Sky Bandits? Can't you see the shiny emblem on my chest? The bracer emblem, huh? I hope you don't think for a moment something like that proves your innocence. Motherfucker! General Morgan, why are you here? After looking over the reports of my men, I found this place to have been insufficiently investigated, so I came to see for myself. Who would have thought the lot of you were conspiring with that? You're jumping to conclusions, you asshole! Might I get you to stop with the accusations, General? We happen to find this place one step ahead of your men. If that's the truth, then why don't you tell me where the Sky Bandits are? Are the hostages inside that airliner? We almost had the Sky Bandits, but they managed to escape. There are no hostages to be found here. Looks like the truth has come out. Most likely you notified the Sky Bandits to let them know we were coming. Wait a minute here, how about you cut with the crap? My thoughts exactly. Alright, men, take them into custody. Motherfucker. I hate this guy. I hate this guy already. Jumping to conclusions and shit just because he has a problem with bracers. Oh, I don't like him. Fuck him. General will be questioning you himself on the morrow. If your innocence is proven, then you will be released in 2 or 3 days. So for the time being, the cell will give you a place to cool your heels. Motherfuckers. This is not funny. Toss us in a place like this without even listening to a word we have to say. No, he's not corrupt. He just has a problem with bracers. He's got a serious problem with them. I don't know why. I don't know why he's got a problem with us and our organization, but he does. If the army managed to arrest the Sky Bandits, I'm sure we'd have our names cleared. But with the way things are at the moment, that may not be possible. Huh? Why not? Remember what the Sky Bandit leader we fought in the old mine said, right? He said this can't be right. You're not supposed to be here this early, if I remember correctly. Now you mentioned it, he did say that, didn't he? You're not trying to tell me that he meant the army by that, are you? I don't know for sure, but I would bet that's what he meant. Which means that the Sky Bandits have a mole in the army. Or a collaborator who's leaking information. That's what you wanted to say, isn't it, Joshua? Yeah. Bracers. Basically, they're, the name comes from the fact their emblem is, a gauntlet, literally. And basically, they're, civilian adventurers who go around doing jobs to help people. Basically, it's just an adventurer guild by a different name. But, well, if that's the case, they'll never get caught. Which means we were the only ones that stood a chance of nabbing them. But now we're stuck here. I wonder how your father would get around this little setback. My. Well, don't you all seem to be in a bit of a fix? Did you say something, Joshua? I swear to God it's Olivier, isn't it? I swear to God it's him. No, I didn't say anything. It came from the cell next door. Almost sounds familiar. It's Olivier. It's Olivier. God damn it, Oliver! Oh, how could you say something so heartless? My lustrous voice should be recognizable to anyone. God. Could this unfounded self-confidence and tone of absurd narcissism belong to... It's you, isn't it, Olivier? You do remember my dulcet chords. How did you get up in... What? You were just at the market! Bruh! Why are you in a... Oh my God, what did this idiot do? To think that we'd meet again in a place like this. It seems that we were bound by destiny. Why are you here? I thought we took you to Bose. Now you're locked up in a place like this. The heck did you do? Oh, come now, let's not worry about all the little details, shall we? I have my reasons, which are deeper than the deepest ocean and higher than the highest peak. You did something stupid and you got caught by the army, didn't you? I'm definitely not asking now. I'm sure we just get tired while you talked our ears off. What a coincidence, Estelle. I was just thinking the same thing. So there you have it. We don't really care to know. You talk so much that I'd probably be an old woman by the time you were done, and I'm not ready for wrinkles yet. Come on now, let's not be like that. I'll fill you in on all the details of the tragic incident which befell me. Listen, dummy, we didn't want you to hear about it. It all began after we parted ways. I did some window shopping in the Bose market and I moved on to the Antarose restaurant. You see, once I'd eaten to my heart's content, I began to play the grand piano to then feed my artistic soul. And upon doing so, the restaurant manager was overcome by my and he arrested you. So I was asked to stay and work as this professional pianist for the restaurant. That's great and all, but I thought you were supposed to be a lutist. A musical genius is not limited to just one instrument. Anyway, back to my story. After negotiating a few of my own conditions, I accepted a job offer. Those conditions were, of course, food and wine for free every day instead of Mira. I don't know how to put it, but that's very you, Olivier. Yes, I'm not sure that has anything to do with you getting thrown in jail. Oh, well, this is where the real sob story begins. That night, I had been enjoying a plate of sautéed duck I'd had the chef prepare, but the blood sauce that had been used was a little too overbearing for my palate. Consequently, I began to feel that normal red wine was not satisfying enough. Oh no, he is a future party member. He was he was a bit of a temp party member for all of 5 minutes earlier in the game, but he is one of the main party members in this game. Consequently, I began to feel that normal... Okay, the more you talk, the more I want to hate you. But go on, I'm curious in spite of knowing better. Well, so I borrowed a bottle of wine, which seemed good from the cellar, aka you stole it. Something called Grand Chardonnay from the year 1183. Grand Chardonnay from 1183? That's the legendary vintage wine that was auctioned off in the Royal City. Oh, aren't you well informed? I had heard a rumor about it too, so of course I was interested in having a drink for myself. But auctioned off? How much are we talking about here? When I heard, it went for somewhere in the neighborhood of 500,000 mira. 500,000? For just one bottle? That's out of this world. You didn't, did you, Olivier? Such a needless question. Of course I opened the bottle and had a sip. God damn it. God damn it. Of course, that's why he's in here. Its sweet-smelling fragrance tickled my nostrils. Its luxurious, mellow taste caressed my throat. And can you believe what else? A rose-tinted vignette of time and space existed within that very bottle. I don't think I can listen to this any longer. Yeah, my ears are bleeding from listening to such stupidity. I'm completely dumbfounded. The sad thing is that after taking a sip of such excellent wine, I began to feel the food was lacking. And as I was having the chef cook me up something nice to match the wine, the restaurant manager returned. Since I'm not a stingy fellow, I cordially invited him to join me for a drink. But for some odd reason, he got rather upset. In fact, he got so steaming mad that his face looked like a ripe tomato. And before I could say another word, a group of soldiers came filing in, and, well, one thing led to another, and... I can't say another word about this tragedy of being dragged all the way here without coming to tears. So let us all weep together as you sympathize with my dilemma. They all fell asleep! Pardon? Do my ears deceive me? I could have sworn I heard a zzz and a z, and an assuredly misheard idiot coming from your cell. Are you listening? This is where the story gets really interesting. You see, several further trials awaited me after I was brought here. Hello? Are you listening? Well, thanks for lulling us to sleep with your absolutely asinine story. Hey, you three, get up. I'm tired. What's wrong? What? Are you trying to tell us we're being interrogated this early in the morning? That's literally even for me. No, it's just the opposite. You're being released. Huh? Wait, what happened? Why all of a sudden? Is there a reason for this? Yeah, so I have to consider myself that reason. Oh, thank God, the mayor! Mayor Maybell! Well, that's an unusual place to be meeting you. I'm really sorry about everything that's happened to you. But don't worry, your names have been cleared. I don't completely agree with everything, but... this is a request coming from Maybell herself. You'd better remember to thank her. So you mean Mayor Maybell stood up on our behalf? No, that's not exactly it. I just explained your situation to General Morgan. Our situation? Yes, I have one question for the both of you. Are you really the children of Cassius Bright? Yes, that's right. This is Estelle Bright, and I'm his adopted son, Joshua. I see. Now that you mention it, the girl does slightly resemble Lena. You knew my mother? Yes, I enjoyed your mother's cooking on several occasions when I visited your home in Roland. Why, in fact, we even met once when you were just a baby. Now wait just a minute. You're a personal acquaintance of my dad's? I knew that he was in the military before, but... I don't know Cassius Bright the Bracer. The only Cassius I know is the one from the service. He was a rare strategist. Strategist? Dad? I just can't imagine what he saw in the Bracer Guild. Makes me angry just thinking about it. You'll have to excuse me. I get it. What's wrong with him? It seems like your father was a brilliant officer in the military. I've heard from the general they tried several times to get your father to change his mind about retiring. I didn't know that. Somehow it feels hard to believe. However, if that's the case, the general's hatred for bracers may stem from Cassius leaving the army. From the vexation of being left by one of his most promising men. I get the same impression. So what you're saying is, our lives are such a pain because of Dad? That dirty, rotten scoundrel! How about we return to Bose now? With the airliner being found, the situation has taken a new turn. There are a number of things I'd like to discuss with you. Oh, sure. Is something the matter? I'm definitely ready to get out of here, but it feels like we're forgetting something. Now that you mention it, what could it be? They let him keep his loot! Oh, how callous people can be at times. Yeah, the idiot. How could you forget about a companion who spent the night with you in a cold, hard cell? How lamentable, how pitiful! Fine, be that way. I shall wither away, friendless and hungry, alone in this dark purgatory. Is he still here? Yeah, I completely forgot about him. I'm sorry to say this, but there's not much we can do for you. Is he the musician I heard about? The one who chugged that bottle of Grand Chardonnay without a second thought? Indeed, it is I. Yet my fair lass, I would be heartbroken if you took my intentions the wrong way. For you see, I perceived it as an advance payment for the exquisite services I was about to render. You're quite the interesting character. Alright, I'll see what I can do to bargain with the general for your release. Really? Truly? You do such kind service for a man such as myself? I think that may be asking a bit much. If the restaurant takes us to trial, there's going to be at least a lawsuit. Well, there's no need to worry about that. You see, the owner of the restaurant is me. Huh? And the Grand Chardonnay was the very one I bid on. That being the case, I'm fairly confident there won't be any other problems over the matter. Huh. Wow. I can't believe you were released. Like a stroke of bad luck. Please don't lay the compliments so thick. However, it pains my soul that I partook of such a fine wine without paying a single mira. Shall I pay the piano in the restaurant per our contract to remedy that? I think I'm going to have to pass on that. After what happened, I think it would be a bit awkward having you back there. I, for one, don't think he'd mind a bit. Yeah, he sure does seem to have some thick skin. Well, let's just think of this as an unfortunate incident for the both of us. But I don't think I can just let things go like this. Let's see. Seems like you're investigating something at the moment, right? How about I lend my assistance in return for the wine? Huh? Well, that does sound interesting. Can I ask you to join these bracers in their work? Could you ever? So it's settled. Let our new working relationship bloom like a magnolia at the height of spring. Hold on a sec. What did we do to deserve this? Your general weirdness aside, simply having an amateur like you around is honestly going to be a pain. Are you confident you won't be a drag on our work? Or our sanity? Well, I'm somewhat confident in my marksmanship and magic. But of course, I'd be distressed if you tried to list my music genius in the same group. That's the kind of line that gets me really worried. Maybe we could use an extra hand. As long as we can't count on the army to help us out, I have the feeling that we'll be short on manpower. Well, alright then. We'll use you for what you're worth. However, if we do happen to conclude that you're not worth your weight, you're dumped from the party. Are you going to be okay with that? Of course I don't mind. I'd never let you down, so please be reassured. Well, my expectations of you are pretty much at rock bottom anyway, so I know you won't let me down. I'm glad things are settled between you all. But before you go, there's something I need to tell you. Tell us. Actually, the town did seem pretty noisy as we were headed here. What happened? Truth be told, last night there was a large-scale burglary in Bose's South Block. The weapon shop and Orbital factory were targeted, as were a number of private residences. What? So, this is the work of the Sky Bandits. It's unknown at the time, but it seems highly probable. Ugh. Brief yawn. The unit of the Royal Army is currently conducting an investigation. I see. Guess we better do an investigation of our own, then. Yes, I'd like to formally request that you do just that. I'll send a payment over to the guild for the work you've done so far. Please make use of the money for your current investigation expenses. Yeah, we're gonna need those, because, well, now we need to get Olivier outfitted. I have a feeling that the army is going to get in our way again. I guess when that happens, it happens. Whether they get in our way or not. I don't think we should be forthcoming with the army about any information we come across. Because if there's really a spy in their midst, they'll just leak it to the Sky Bandits. I'm reluctant to say it, I also think that's for the best to keep quiet about our findings. Anyway, let's act with prudence. Alrighty, my bosom companions. Shall we head to the South Block? Look, buddy, who made you king of the show? There we go, we now have our dedicated mage. Probably for good, this time. First off, let's make sure we save. Okay, let's see what he's got. Okay, yeah, so his equipment is all back to where it was, and goddamn, of course, he's a higher level than everyone else. Alright, so he's now our highest level character, and of course his equipment is back to where it was, so it's all good. Mint. Let's see. Okay, you got room for a couple things. Give him an information quartz and an EP cut. Go. He's got almost all of his slots, so he's probably gonna. So yeah, no wonder he's our dedicated mage. God damn. All right, first off, let's report in at the guild. Fair enough. Fair enough. Nice. It's an airliner, 6K Mira, good shit. Now we're at 6 class. Let's go. Keep up the good work and be careful out there. Escort request. What? How did I miss? Oh my god, I should have. Oh man, I was so focused on the story, I didn't even realize. Oh man. Someone Reen. New Ansopath monster. What do you mean? There was a quest posted up here all of a sudden and it just complete. Oh man, we missed another one by accident. What do you mean? Everything was clean when I went up. Oh no. Okay. Hold on. I'm guessing what it had to do was that I had to like probably run back to town and the. Oh, man, come on, game. See, this is the problem where if you don't have a guide, you're going to miss stuff because it just doesn't tell you. I was burglarized the other day and my jewelry room was found to be among the missing items. It's quite valuable, so if anyone happens to find it, please let me know. I live in Bose's South Block. There's a monster on the new Ansopath, so it's down south. I didn't lose it on purpose, it's just I was never able to actually take it. Because I guess I missed it. Because I guess it flagged at some point before we went to the mine. But because I didn't know about it, obviously this happened. So this is kind of a problem with some of these older games where if you don't have a guide, you're gonna miss stuff purely because of the fact if you're just following the story, you're not gonna... You're, say, maybe not going to just run back to town to go check the side quest board, you know? Okay, so there's a monster in the new Ansopath, and we need to do that, like, immediately unless we want to miss out on it. The new Ansopath is to the south, so we can do some stuff down here, though. Oh, let's see here. Someone got burglarized and lost their ring. Okay, hold on a second. Let's take a look at what we can find here, at least. I got ripped off by a bunch of these... Let's see. I don't even get to buy stuff from him, at least. Let's see. Unfortunately, accessories don't do too much. Well, not even an NPC, it's just a quest board, it's just where it was. Let's see. Oh, man. Really, sir, what was on your ledger, pray tell? Let's see here, can we open? No, we're like, oh, we can almost open this one up. God damn it. Still... Yeah, we're like 8. Ugh, we're short. Actually, let's open up this one first, though. Yeah, let's get that one opened up. There we go. And then we have a petrified. Ooh! Yeah! You're a lot more stone magic. Okay, so we need to find the person here in the south block. This ring. South block burglary. Stolen ring. Right, so if anyone, please let me know. I live on Bose's south block, so we need to find Lana. here then, yeah? Maybe around the street or something? Okay, we just literally have to talk to NPCs now. Alright. Guess we literally can't leave the south block yet anyway. God damn it, okay. Okay, well then who have we not talked to? Talked to basically everyone who isn't being involved with the army. And we already talked to all the NPCs here. You up in the orbital factor? Oh, hey! Okay, look. Okay, hey, never mind. We found where they are. Ha ha ha! Now, is this how you wanted this one? Yeah, sure, something like that. However, we really got screwed, you know that? Hmm? Good afternoon. Here working on another story. Looks like you two are on the trail of a scoop again. Hey, it's you kids! Oh, Estelle and Joshua. Boy, am I glad to see that they can that they let you out of the clinker. Yeah, I heard all about you kids. It's getting arrested by the army up at the old mine. It certainly had me worried. How are you acting like you had nothing to do with it? It was your info that led us to the village. Hey now, what kind of face is that? Don't tell me you blame us. Did you go and check out the abandoned mines yourself? Yeah, we did yesterday. But it was after you all had already been hauled off. We could have had a real great shot of your arrest had we been there. It really guts me that we missed such a perfect opportunity for a great shot. I swear, you people in the news business. But anyway, I was wondering if you had this looked like, if you thought this looked like the handiwork of the Sky Bandits. And it sure looks that way to me. It seems that the army is sniffing around for clues too. But to be honest, it looks like there's nothing to be found here anymore. And I say, that does make things a bit more difficult. Well, Mr. Reporter, why don't you let me ask you this then? Do you know from whence the Sky Bandits entered town? According to a witness statement, they were seen leaving through the west gate. Oh, that's awfully strange. The mayor's residence and Bose Market are right through the west gate. And it seems that attacking those two places would be far more lucrative. If you put it that way, that makes a lot of sense. But if you didn't mind me asking, who the heck are you anyway? I'm glad you asked. Oh god, here he goes. I'm Olivier Lenheim, a ardent bard and gifted musician. I'm sure you've heard rumors about me, right? Oh, right, you're the guy who drank wine without paying at that classy restaurant. Thanks guts to stiff such a big bill. It's an honor to meet you, sir. You're making me blush. I'm ready for my interview anytime, so don't hesitate to ask. Oh, really? Ugh. I'm getting a headache just listening to this crap. These two are very much alike. I'm not even going to ask how this guy wound up with the rest of you. That would be for the best. Okay, so you're not... Where is this last person we're looking for? Like, seriously. Try not to miss too many side quests, but it is... Well, like, it just happens. Oh. What, is something wrong? I thought I'd better give you a word of advice. Even if you are representing the mayor, at the end of the day, you are still civilians. Cannot have you wandering around here in the middle of our investigation. Who do you think you're talking to? Your advice seems rather more like a threat. I'm just saying you need to know your place. But if you are so adamant about investigating the matter, then do it after we've cleared out of here. If you get any more trouble out of you, then I'm going to have to give you a personal invitation to jail. Forget about it, Estelle. There's no use arguing with these gentlemen. Huh. For an ass in a lion's skin, you sure know how to throw your weight around, Mr. Soldier. What did you just say? May I ask what's going on here? Oh. Colonel! For a soldier in the prestigious Royal Army to be threatening our good citizens. That is an outright embarrassment to us all. But these aren't just civilians, sir. They're members of the Bracer Guild. Oh, is that so? And I ask you once again, what is going on here? The army is supposed to be working closely with the guild. What do you intend to accomplish by being rude to our allies? But as far as the general is concerned... yes, that side of the general really concerns me. I'll take over the investigation from here, so please take your men and clear out. But sir, Your men have been here since early this morning, so I presume that a sufficient investigation has been conducted by now, yes? I'll smooth things over with the General later. Is there anything else you wish me to address? No, sir. Alright, men, pack it up. We're returning to Hacking Gate. Oh, on, get out of here, bitch! It looks like that's that. It seems that some of our personnel were rather impolite. Please allow me to apologize. I appreciate the gesture. We made some slightly inflammatory remarks as well, so how about we let bygones be bygones? That suits me just fine. As I stated before, the Army is supposed to be working closely with the Guild. I think our two organizations working together grants us the ability to make up for each other's shortcomings. I'm looking forward to any progress you make with this recent series of events. Thank you. We'll do what we can. Seems like a decent guy. Yeah, I wonder who he is. Colonel, it's almost the appointed time. Oh, already. Excuse me, but it appears I must take my leave. Oh, but before I do, it looks like I haven't properly introduced myself. I'm Alan Richard, a colonel in the Royal Army. If there's anything I can do to assist you, please don't hesitate to contact me. Well, at least we finally got someone who's reasonable, damn! Thank fuck! Colonel Richard. I feel like I've heard that name somewhere before. That was when you mentioned his name earlier. Is that something about him being a sharp young officer who leads the Royal Army's Intelligence Division? Ah! Oh, right. Wow, for someone in the military, he sure knows how to listen to others. Probably in his mid-30s. He's not hard on the eyes either. He seems like he's more fit to be a politician than a service member in the Army. Hey, you guys! Who's that you were just talking to in the black uniform? I could swear I've seen him somewhere before. Are you trying to tell me you didn't recognize him at all? That was Colonel Richard of the Intelligence Division. You know, the guy you mentioned earlier. What? You're not pulling my leg, are you? As fun as that would be, nope. He said so himself, so I'm fairly confident that he is who he says he is. I think the legend himself would show up here. We can't wait around here like this any longer, Dorothy. Let's see if we can catch up to him. Yep. So we know that black uniforms mean the Intelligence Division. Aye, aye, sir. Although I'm really not sure why we're chasing after anyone. And off they go. You see his eyes light up? I wonder if he's going to do an interview or something. Anyone else in the army would brush him off, but I'm sure the colonel will oblige him. What's the matter with you, Olivier? You look serious. I gotta say, I find it creepy coming from you. I was just thinking about the colonel. I'll be the first to admit that he's quite the specimen of a man. But what? I can say with confidence that he doesn't stand a chance against me when it comes to the ladies. But I'd like to see him try just a little harder. It's no fun without a romantic rival. Is that really your concern, bro? You just had to ask, didn't you, Joshua? I'll regret it for the rest of my life. Alright, let's see here. Now that the soldiers are gone, how about we resume our own investigation? Start by talking to all the people we couldn't talk to earlier. Good idea. Oh, dear me. You're the bracers who came to ask questions not that long ago. Oh, right, we did come before. I'm really sorry I couldn't talk to you then. So, what you can ask about is what happened last night, right? Yeah, that's right. Is this about a good time for you? Yeah, this is as good a time as any. Alright, old lady, what do you have to report? It was the middle of the night, you see, when I heard a noise coming from outside. And I, of course, thought it was my husband coming home at such a late hour, so I opened the door and started yelling. But it turned out to be a group of masked men coming across the Orbital factory across the road. I thought my heart was plumb gonna stop right there and then. Although it turned out the burglars were rather surprised and ran away to the north. I see, so it was the Sky Bandits, huh? So what you're saying is then that this house didn't... Yeah, thanks to the mercy of the goddess. Can I ask you another thing? Did your husband coming home late mean that he went to the bar? It was only that. If it was only that, that would be forgivable. In addition to being a no-good drinker, he's obsessed with this. Fishing! Oh, I get it. You mean fishing, right? I see now. That's right, he loves fishing more than life itself. Just yesterday, he said something about catching some smelt and took off to the lake in the south. On top of that, he still hasn't come back. So what you're saying is, he doesn't know anything about the incident? That's exactly what I'm saying. And when that good-for-nothing husband of mine gets home, he's going to get what for, let me tell you. Hi, honey, I'm home! Oh, god damn it. It's just a lot of practice. I usually just try to match characters. Whew, what a day I had. I was fishing patiently all morning, but I have nothing to show for it. Oh, what's this? Do we have guests? You senile old man! My goodness, woman, what kind of fiery tempest has gotten into you? Don't you know it's rude to act like that in front of guests? If anyone's being rude, that would be you. I'm dumbfounded that my own husband can just take off to do what he likes at a time like this. Well, what do you mean by a time like this? Maybe I should explain. Try to get him caught up. Joshua gave Mr. Quano a brief explanation regarding the burglaries. Burglaries by sky bandits, you don't say. Now that is terrible. But I think they hightailed it out of here after my wife hollered at them as hilarious. Guess I got to experience the Cecil effect firsthand. What did you say? Let's all calm down now, shall we? But I think that these sky bandits came in the night just like they did and then disappeared like that. I wonder if this has anything to do with that thing he was talking about the other day. He? What do you mean? Oh, right, you don't know him. He is my fishing buddy. He's staying at the inn on the lakeshore at the south of here. If I remember right, he said something about seeing a strange bunch near the place the other night. A strange bunch? Oh, that sounds really interesting. Can you tell us a little bit more about what you've heard? Sure, I don't mind, but I'm just going to tell you up front that this is all hearsay. What I heard, he just happened to see them by chance as he was out fishing during the night. He saw them leave by way of the inn's front door and then out onto the road. However, when he asked around at the inn in the morning, it turned out that no one like that had stayed there the night before. Yeah, that is rather odd. So, was there any type of burglary at the inn? No, nothing of the sort at all, in fact. It's quite quiet there. The meals are great and it's, well, a place I'd recommend to anyone. But best of all, it's a prime fishing spot. Well, there weren't any definitive clues related to the incident. I did manage to hear a few interesting bits. I concur. I especially like the one that described all the delicious food at the inn. That's not what we're talking about here. Though I did find the fishing part to be rather interesting. Unfortunately, if there's nothing going on there, then I guess it wouldn't be worth investigating. Actually, I think it's quite the opposite. If someone has been careless and caused a problem, the army would have thoroughly investigated it. Firstly, the possibility of sky bandits appearing where there's nothing happening is rather high. Oh, I guess that's one way to think about it. And in light of this series of incidents, there's either a spy in the army or the sky bandits are a really clever bunch of thieves. It'll be extremely difficult to corner them only by investigating the incidents which have occurred. We'll need to get one step ahead of them by tracking their movements. I see. So what you're saying is that we should take an offensive stance rather than a defensive one. And how about we get going? Off to the beautiful Valeria Lake, extolled in many a rhyme as the Pearl of the Burl. Okay, so we definitely need to keep... Okay, so if that wasn't where to go, let's check around here then. Ah, you are. Let's see here. I mean, it's starting to lose. I don't really think I can live without. Okay, so basically... Okay, so basically we just have to find the ring and then turn it into her before we leave. Alright. That's a path monster, bear claw. Alright. We should be able to find the monster on the way to the lake then. Cool, so we can just kind of make progress and be fine. Actually, let's double check. Okay. Well, we're looking around after we catch the bandits, I guess. Then we need to make sure we actually find some things to... Let's see here. We need to find the boss monster, though, which should be a bit easier to handle now that we have 4 party members. Ambrel Tower and the Valeria Lakeshore. Okay, so it's probably going to be on the way closer to the tower, if I had to guess. Make sure we find it as we're looking through it. Definitely not that. Take a look around at least. Maybe we'll find something. Okay, what does it even say we're looking for, actually? Hold on. A ferocious monster known as an amber turtle. Okay, so that shouldn't be too hard to find after we actually look. Yeah, we need to go to the fishing place. But while we're here, we might also want to investigate the tower. You know, while we're here. While we're passing by. Maybe we can check around and find something. You know, might as well while we're here, you know? Okay. Oh, wow. Oh, I love being over level. I love being over. Oh my god. Yeah, yeah, ugh. Gross ass bug monsters. I know, I hate them too. Well, if we're gonna one-shot them... Damn. They really meant for you to come here when you were lower level. I'd at least be worth checking her. Okay, well, we can at least also kind of closely creep towards some levels. Fuck is you? An amber okay, well, this isn't the boss monster, but it is one of the things. Oh, it has a fire weakness. Well, then don't mind if I do. So we know what we're going to be looking for on the map, then. Okay, so we're going to be looking for probably a bigger one of those. If I had to guess, we're going to be looking for a bigger one of those on the Ansel Road once we get back to it. It is my guess, so we'll know what to keep an eye out for then. Ooh, Testo. Tear bomb. What does this one say? It's empty, but you notice something carved at the bottom. It says the secret password is Chem and Meow. I love the chest messages. I don't feel we need to stay up too late. Not going to be going for much longer anyway. Maybe just like another half hour. Okay, so these amber turtles are pretty much native to here. God, I love the way the sprites move. We at least know what to do when it comes to the enemies. Okay, so I kind of need to explain that. So there is this bit in the game where, because there is some weird programming to it where, mostly in our RPG, for like, when you check a chest to be empty, it would probably have like this command set to like a basic, like, individual line of code that's about like, hey, if check while empty, then it'll play some message that says something about like, oh, the chest is empty, and then you bind that to like all chest instances, right? Well, for some reason, when they designed this game, they decided to make all of the chests have their own individual message, because like every chest message is for some reason its own line of code. So when the company that localized this game, Xseed, was doing the scripting, they found it out while they were going through the code, and then they were like, huh. So they decided to do something funny and give every chest its own individual, like, message when you read it afterwards. And so it kind of produces this thing where basically now, every time, and it just kind of became a tradition in the series too with the English scripting, that every chest has one of these funny little messages afterwards. So basically, like, every time, so because of everything being its own line of code, you can just, like, read these easily, and it's like, oh, hey, now everything has its own unique little message. And it just kind of became a tradition as the series went on to just do that for each game. I'm starting to beat the shit out of them. Not shining palms, those require S-breaks. Because they resist almost every other damage you can do. Oh. Oh, hey, I finally have an AoE spell. Damn, Josh! Oh, fun stuff like that is always good. Okay, there we go. Well, okay then. Oh, 3 at once, let's go! Oh, I love AoEs in these games. Oh, man, whenever you have an attack that's the line and enemies just perfectly line up for you to him is so good. Oh, AoEs, my beloved. Bam! Gun. This is why you just have a gun. Yeah, behold, the power of a gun!
Enjoy the show.
Oh, okay, we went the wrong way. Oops. Wait, actually, hold on a second. There might be chests on those other ones that we didn't find. Always pay to check these things. You never know what you'll find. Whack. Whack! No? I gotta check on these wings, because there might be chestos. Fuck it. We blow up the turtles. We're told. Bam, get nuked.
Are we done already?
Wow, they're just straight up not gaining EXP. That's for this game must have been incredible. Oh yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, like there's a reason why it's remasters on the Vita. A reviving bomb, useful. Oh, this also gets us up here. Oh, so from the center, there's... Okay, hold up. We definitely need to go back to the center then. Because if I'm right... Well, we'll have to come back down anyway, so we can just find stuff we missed while we're going down. Oh, please stay in line. Please stay in line. Please stay in line. It'll be so funny. Oh, we can hit those two. Goddamn, Olivier. Just keep whacking them. Basically one-shotting them anyway. I did actually buy a PS Vita, like, years ago. And, like, I don't have a ton of games on it currently, but I do want to expand its library if possible. Bam. God, this one took longer just because of the sheer amount of enemies. Gun! Me every time. It's like, gun! Fuck you, I have a gun. Okay. So if I'm right... Ooh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Monsters appear. Fuck! Okay, so this ain't Robber Trapper. Yeah. Sarah, if you could. Vine Whip. Get interrupted, bitch! And done. Ow, right, yep.
That's that then.
Enemies don't explode. Oh yeah, no, still easy. Found an Emerald Talisman. Ooh, new accessory. The chest is empty. Not depressing. Okay, we can probably check that in equipment. Joshua. Talisman crafted from the type of Septian, the wearer's attacks and defense will become wind-based. Oh! That's cool that you can actually change up your attack elements. Huh. Cool. Okay, let's check that. Okay, let's check that out for a bit. Huh. Fuck you. Oh boy. Exposed when defeated, so kill it from afar. Yeah, we do want to be careful about that. What the god? Wow, okay, just get one shot, I guess. Holy fuck. Jesus, okay. Hey, Joshua, get back up, please. Bro, I swear to fucking God. Okay, hold on, I have more of these. Jesus.
Take that.
Oh, buzz off, getting your art off immediately. Oh my god, buzz off with that. God, what's in this chest better be worth it.
Oh, are we done already?
From one that was kind of easy to one that was way harder. God damn, this better be worth it. Chainmail. New armor. Chest is empty because someone came and took the stuff. You wouldn't happen to know that you did that now, would you? Buzz off. Buzz off. Yep, alright. Okay, actually, yeah, worth it. Okay. Items. Okay, you know what? We're not gonna waste your healing items. Hold on. Hold on. This is why we have food. Yep, this is why we had the food. Oof. Okay. Now this one lets us get up here. Ambrel Tower roof. Okay, literally nothing. Okay, I know this is apparently tied to some secret side quest, but I guess we can't handle that now. Oh yeah, no, the new armor is definitely worth it. Can't be too mad about that. Fuck. Okay, we'll just be kind of quick about this. Let's just. You have a fleet button. Let's use it. We have a fleet button. Use it. Okay. Let me know what to actually do here. Again, we're just going to focus on getting out of the tower, so let's just flee from the fights. Focus on the tower, and at least I want to end off by getting to the next main area. Bleh. Nope, too many enemies. Fuck! So let me leave, please and thank you. I don't even care what we're doing. I don't even care. I'm just gonna dip. Just immediately dip. Nope, we out. Literally not even worth the EXP. Literally no reason to. It's not even worth the EXP. Okay, so we'll probably have to come back here for some secret side quest I know that we can do, but obviously not right now. So as we go down here, we're looking for one of those golden turtles. That's probably going to be like a couple sizes big. Oh. Never mind, it's literally just right there in front of where we need to go. Never mind, it's literally right there. That's a lot of turtles. Well, it's a good thing we have this. You want to actually please that more of you move into the AoE, please? It will be very funny. Yeah, okay, that don't take enough damage to be worth it. Fuck. That was funky. Hey, Sherry, you want to just, like, interrupt, please, and thank you? Ah, man, they really don't take physical damage. Yep, okay, never mind on that.
All right, we're good to go.
Well, at least the monster's conveniently right in front of us. Well, once you know what to do when it comes to spells, it's usually not too hard. Ooh. Very pretty lake. Nice. Well, this is a North Shore Valeria Lake, huh? It seems peaceful and quiet around here. And doesn't look too shabby either. I stayed here once when I was in the area on another job. It's great, the rooms are nice, pretty much what you'd expect from a place like this. Too bad this isn't a pleasure trip. And it's not. I at least intended to toss my cares to the wind for a while. Taking cat naps in a rocking boat by day and filling my belly with food by wine and wine by night. Ah, heaven. This is what a vacation is all about. Come on, everyone, I was just joking. We can enjoy a vacation anytime, but now is the only time we can enjoy taking care of some would-be thieves. Even I, Olivier Lenheim, know enough to get my priorities straight. I don't think this has anything to do with enjoyment or not. Well, whatever. As long as he does his share of the work he's here to do. Let's see if we can find the old man staying here that loves fishing. Guess who said he saw some suspicious individuals here 2 nights ago, right? Alrighty then. Just need to look around a bit. Can I ask you something? Oh, he's not responding at all. Must be really into his fishing. So this is what a fishing maniac looks like, huh? Look like a unique breed. Not as unique as you are, that's for sure. Man ain't saying shit. The Kingfisher Inn, eh? Yeah, that's a very appropriate name for a fishing... Oh, wow. Look at that! They even got a motor! They even got a motor on it! Alright, then. I should probably make a save real quick, because I do believe this is one of the, timing zones, so we'll just make that there just to be safe. Welcome to Kingfisher Inn. Are you here to stay? Let's see. Yes and no. How should I put it? We're here looking for a certain someone. Okay. Is there a guest staying here who loves the fish? Well, pretty much everybody who stays here loves the fish. We heard he was a friend of the old man who stayed here yesterday. Do you have any clue who that might be? Oh, are you talking about old man Kawano? If we're talking about his fishing buddy, then I think you must mean Lloyd. Lloyd? I've heard he's a professional angler who came all the way here from the Royal City. And it seems as though he's a member of the Fisherman's Guild there. Sounds like a pretty amazing guy. So you're saying he's that old man fishing out back? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's the one you're talking about. You might be able to get his attention if you call his name out really loud. I guess we just have to yell at him. Alright, just yell at the old man while he's focused. Totally not gonna backfire. Ahem. Excuse me. Are you the man named Lloyd from the Royal City? Wow, he's really focused. He's doing everything out of his mind but fishing. Looks like this is where my skills come into play. What are you? Just sit back and enjoy. Oh my goodness, what is that? Olivier, why? Who are you kids? Where did you come from? That was a dirty trick to play on him, Oliver. Yeah, that was pretty low. How do you do this evening, good sir? We were just calling out to you a moment ago, but we could see that, like a true professional, your attention was fixed upon your task. No, if anything, he might be bisexual. He is many things. Olivier is many things, which is very funny because later in the game, spoilers. He is many things. In fact, he'd probably reject any kind of definition of what his sexuality is, let's be totally honest. Yes, that's right. But how'd you know my name? We heard from a certain old man about you. Do you have some time you could spare to speak with us? I see. So you heard from Mr. Kuano, did you? Yeah, I saw that strange pair about 2 nights ago. I knew it. Could we get you to fill us in on a little more of the details? For that, are you all bracers or something? Is this somehow related to some sort of crime? We can't say for sure, but there does appear to be a possibility. Gotcha. In that case, I'll do what I can to help out. It was the other night when I was out fishing on my boat. I was returning to the inn, dead tired after a day of battling it out with the lake's guardian. It got late into the night, and it was about the time when everyone at the inn was asleep in their beds. Now, hold on a minute. What do you mean by the lake's guardian? I'm glad you asked! The guardian is a giant salmon that swims the murky depths of Valeria Lake. It has been the feared king of the waters among fishing lovers for over a decade. Crap, I shouldn't have asked. Looks like you've done a log into the maniac's fire. Is it really that huge of a fish like you say? You bet your last mirror it is. I've been chasing the darn thing for the last 5 years of my life. It comes and goes in different parts of Valeria Lake and changes its feeding spots at a whim. I heard from a buddy of mine that it had appeared in these parts, so I came a-running from the Royal City. Now that's what I call passion. I can completely understand where you're coming from. Whenever I find something I like, I stop at nothing until I get a hold of it. For example, a bottle of Grand Chardonnay and such. In your case, steal it is more accurate. How about we get back to our story? So, Lloyd, what happened when you came back from fishing that night? Oh, right. I'd returned the boat and was on my way into the inn, when I saw an odd couple head out into the road from the grounds behind the building. Onto the road in the middle of the night? Yep, no doubt about it. They headed out on the new Ansel path. At first I thought they were a group of people visiting from the city, heading back home. But it was way too late for something like that. When I asked about at the end of the next day, nobody knew a thing about it. Thought maybe I'd seen a couple of ghosts or something then. Ghosts? There are ghosts that come out here? Just so you know, you two so you know, the two I saw were a young couple. They might have been 2 lost souls who committed a double suicide after not being accepted around them. Don't tell me anymore! Oh, brother. A bracer that's afraid of ghosts? The guild is doomed. Not to mention her habit of always waiting to hear more ghost stories and other bizarre stuff. Now, isn't your being scared attractive in its own right, Estelle? Not sexy, but cute nonetheless. Like a little kitten shivering in the cold. You better watch out because this little kitten bites. Well, I was just kidding about the ghost part. But the couple did in fact seem to be of one purpose and reason. I say this because the girl was wearing some rather odd clothing. What do you mean by that? I only saw her from behind, so I couldn't say for sure. It looked to me like she was wearing some kind of school uniform. School uniform? Oh my, that sounds like a familiar modus operandi. It wasn't one for the Genis Royal Academy, was it? Oh, you really know your stuff, kid. You betcha. My niece goes there as well, and it looked exactly the same as the one she wears. I see. This whole event just got a lot more interesting. It's her. I know it's that lying tomboy for sure. You're finally onto her trail. Wait, so she's an acquaintance of yours? Then while you're at it, tell the two of them not to fret and rush into anything they'll regret later on. If my mind isn't failing me, I could have sworn they said something about coming again tonight. Is that true? Yep, we'll meet back here in 2 days, is what the young man said. His tone seemed rather serious, so I couldn't help but think of it. Well, that's understandable. We appreciate the valuable information, just leave the rest up to us. We won't let them get any more trouble than they already are. Oh, I see. That's a relief to hear. I feel like a weight's been lifted off my shoulders now. Now that that's off my chest, I feel like taking a boat out and fishing again. Oh, there's no time to lose. I'll leave you young'uns to your work. Well, I think I know where the cutoff point is now. Man, I don't even measure up when it comes to that fishing nut. I might just look about a fisherman's guild too. I wonder what kind of group that is. So how's this couple involved with the missing airliner incident exactly? If you don't mind telling me, that is. Well, in a nutshell... I see. That seems to be the person in question, alright. Which means that tonight is the night, huh? Yeah. Looks like we should probably get a room just in case. We're going to be in for a late night tonight. Alright, let's go ask the receptionist about a room. Alright, I think we have, as any, a good enough cutoff point for the story, just because I also want to make sure I don't accidentally cut off side quests. So, I will save here. There you go, we'll save there. And... God, we're already 11 hours in. Well, almost 12. Yep. Ugh. Getting a little drowsy, and I got some other stuff I need to get done tonight. Aside from, like, chores, and I need to record a thing, too, so I think this is a good enough stopping point. Not gonna go too much further. Yep. So, that said, that's good for tonight, and then, well, you know what? I'm probably gonna stream Friday, because I have that day off from work, because my day job hours are absolutely fucked right now, because of post-holiday shit. So, yeah, maybe we'll start more on the weekend. We'll soon figure it out. Anyway, until then, oh boy. Time to go do chores and make some dinner. Ah!